where would the Mets be today if they never let Wheeler go?
This is such an interesting road to go down, guys, because do they sign Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer, right? Do they instead say, hey, we have these guys here, and maybe last year's collapse doesn't happen? Because Zack Wheeler has been such a pillar of consistency. He's been one of the guys who has led baseball in innings pitched and been among that top 3 or 4 for the last several years. So, I mean, do the Mets, as we sit and talk about them today, are they not a fringy wildcard team? Are they an actual team challenging the Braves, right? So I think one move can have so many impacts, so many different things when you look at it. And to me, the Mets no doubt would be in a better position. And they may have saved a lot of money and not having to go out and buy so many names and so many arms last year. Wheeler was available and he didn't have, that huge cachet that these other guys did. But what he's done in Philadelphia has made him that big star, that big dependable starter that the Mets so desperately needed.
Yeah, Britt, I'm with you. This is one of those great alternate universe things that are fun to kick around. Their whole recent years would be different now. Those guys that you mentioned, would they have signed them? Would they have said, "Whoa, now we're adding Scherzer to Wheeler. We're really got something here." Since he left, he has compiled more Baseball Reference WAR than any other pitcher in baseball, and that's pretty amazing stuff. He's a Cy Young candidate every year, Sal. This guy would be, instead of thinking about rebuilding years, if you had this guy fronting a rotation, you wouldn't be in one of those, do we contend this year or are we rebuilding as well? You would be going for it every year. So who knows how that would change.
It would have changed everything. And I do think that the Mets could have won a World Series in 2022 if Zack Wheeler were in that rotation. They probably would have won the division and not got swept in Atlanta, potentially set them up better in the postseason. Zack Wheeler could have made that much of a difference, specifically in 2022. All right, Max, which players in recent memory do the Yankees regret not signing?
Depending on how far you go back, Andy Pettitte, Roger Clemens, Robinson Cano, but who I came up with in recent memory is Nathan Eovaldi. I know that when he left the Yankees, he was damaged goods, and he wasn't even healthy for the first couple of years after that. But in Boston, he won a championship. Remember that amazing postseason run that he had in extra innings? And then with the Rangers, he won a World Series too.
Yeah, Eovaldi, Yanks had him. They expected that from him, didn't get it, and then they saw him do it elsewhere. Stinks for them.